one sneaker that I honestly could not wait to get my hands on. Pictures just didn't do them justice, you know what I mean? Now I had the original OG Spider-Mans and I let those go, and I honestly, as a collector, regret that so much. But now we have the Spideyverse Next Chapter, I believe is what they're calling them. And off rip, man, you know the Chicago 1 inspiration is always there. These sneakers are gonna be exclusively worn by Miles in the Next Chapter, Spideyverse 1. And for me, man, the biggest thing was like, how good are these in person? How did they look in person? What's going on with the materials? Like I said, the picture's just kind of confusing, and I'm just gonna say it, as a collector, some people didn't like these. You know the whole thing. Like, people hate a shoe and then it comes out and now all of a sudden there's this huge craze for it, and I feel like for this specifically, it's just gonna be one of those. Spider-Man obviously alone is its own huge, iconic, I can't even, what's the word? Like film brand? I don't know, you guys know. Spider-Man's huge, right? So we collab that with a Jordan 1. And off rip, man, so taking them out of the box, this is how they look. I still feel like even the video in the highest 4K still won't do these any justice, but I think they're cool, man. I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. I'm a big collector, as you guys already know. And just getting into the materials, so you have hints of patent leather throughout the sneaker. We have our regular leather, and then we also have like a nubuck suede on the sneaker, which I think is really just interesting to say the least. I love the iridescent Nike swoosh that they went with. It's not just black, it actually has an iridescent like sheen to it. And then we have what I believe is like the Kirby dots throughout the paneling, and then some more inspiration of just comic books. We know it's a cartoon. So what a Kirby dot is in the classic comic books, it's used to show like lightning bolts or energy. You guys know, like the Spidey senses that go off. And again, I'm just speculating. That's what I think. And it would make the most sense with even like the polka dots that we have right here. This sneaker is really comic inspired. And like I said, I truly think this is just going to hands down be one of those like sought after collector's items. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna wear them. Like, this is really a collector's Jordan. I don't really feel the need to wear them just because I already have the Jordan 1s, but these will definitely sit in my case behind me. Now, each shoe did come individually wrapped in the white paper. I was lucky, shout out to my wife. She hit on sneakers for me because I'm just constantly taking L's back to back to back. Can't remember the last time I took a W on that, but you know, we got them in hand. We also have patent leather on the heel tabs. Reminds me a lot of like the Dover Street Market Jordan 1s. And overall, man, just solely themed after the multiverse. I think this shoe is really cool just based on the deconstruction of different types of material. I mean, just to go from leather to like this suede, almost like dyed nubuck suede, and then we have patent leather, then we have leather again, then we have patent leather, then we have that nubuck, and then the like weirdly dyed kind of like dark cloud nubuck suede, and they just completely keep changing it up. Patent leather, leather, and they switched from patent leather down to here, back with the nubuck, and then we have leather again. You can see somewhat of like the similarities of the original Spider-Man that came out. And really, I just want to say solely because of the Kirby dots or the dots that they decided to do. But I like the way they changed. They added their own elements and it ended up looking really well and executed. And I feel like anyone who's a big fan of Spider-Man and Jordans, this is literally the perfect shoe as a fan. Surprisingly, they didn't do anything for the insole. It's just your typical Nike Air, all black with the red hints. On the tongue, we have Nike Air again, and that is pretty much the shoe. The other really cool detail that they added to these is kind of like this. I don't even know what kind of, this is like an infrared, red, cherry, Kool-Aid looking sole. Like, it's not your typical like Chicago 1 sole. It's very, it really illuminates a lot more in the red, if you guys can tell just the difference between this red and then the bottom. It's like this, let's see if the box says it. University red, maybe that's what it's called. University red, maybe. These are set to release May 20th. Retail is gonna be $200. Good luck to any of you guys going for them. I do think it's gonna be a harder sneaker to get. As of right now, you can pick them up on the resale market for around like $250. I'm thinking after tax and everything, it'll probably run you like $275. So realistically paying $270 paying like $75 over retail if you decide to go that route, which, you know, isn't bad if you're a big fan of them. This is one of those sneakers that I feel like the time being will be slept on, but over time we'll see a crazy price hike in these, and it's gonna get to a point where it's just not even worth buying them anymore. So if you can get them for the low, closest to retail, I would definitely pull the trigger if you're a fan. And that's just from my perspective. I honestly hate paying resale. Like, it's the worst thing on planet Earth. I hate it. If you can scoop them for retail, that's a W, but I'm just saying for those of you that really want them and, you know, you work hard for your money, just pull the trigger. Because I feel like we might see the lower prices now. Even maybe after the release, we'll see it low for a while, but then I think it's gonna skyrocket. Again, that's just me throwing out the probability of how previous collabs have went and typically how Jordan 1s go in general. Everyone keeps saying, oh, the Jordan 1's dead, the Jordan 1's dead, but it's really not. Like, if you look at the history of sneakers in general, there's been multiple times throughout the years where a lot of Jordan 1s just sit on shelves. They even go on clearance, and some people are like, I never seen that. It happens, bro. And then out the blue, the same shoe that was discounted at the outlets is now $1,000. So this is nothing new. I'm personally giving it a 10 out of 10 being a Spider-Man fan, and just the way they did it. I think it's extremely unique and honestly glad to have hit for retail. So I'd love to hear what you guys think down below. Is the Next Chapter Jordan 1 a cop or a drop? Are you gonna be checking out the movie? I definitely will be. This is your boy Sneaker Life. I'll catch you guys in the next one.